You have your mommy crying. And they wanted to just strangle me. And we went in the room and she told one of my supervisors how I let my husband take my head. Like, I so in love. My head gone. Why you want to go Haiti? You see what I'm saying? So, and she was crying, please don't let her daughter go. Just stop her from going. It's like, miss, we can't stop her from going. That is what she wants. Let her go. My mommy was crying, and I mean, I felt so bad. But I said, you know what? This is where God will help me to go. You know, I don't know why. I frightened to death. Because the only time I went to Haiti when I was younger, and I don't remember nothing. And so to go to an unknown place, I was frightened. But I was still willing to go. And so while we were going, my husband went, and it so happened one Sunday night, while he was in Haiti, and we were in church, and I just couldn't stay. I just felt like, let me go home. So in the midst of the service, I just left, and I went home, and I just chilled, and I said, let me call Paul in Haiti, see what he up to. So when he came on the phone, hey baby, how you doing? I'm like, what's wrong with you, babe? You know? And then the next voice I hear, listen here, we want $500,000, and if y'all don't give it to us, y'all gonna pick up his carcass on the ground. I'm like, what? It's like they kidnapped my husband that night. And how I went to bed, I got up, got in my car, and went straight back to Calvary. So I had on my little mini skirt, going to sleep, and that's how I went. I was in check, and I'm like, y'all, guess what? They kidnapped my husband. They said they're going to kill him. I don't know what to do. And I called his brother, because his brother was a businessman. He had a lot of businesses over there. So they figured because it ain't us, because we have no money. It's his brother who have all the money. And so they figured to get to his brother, they kidnapped him. And so they wanted his brother to pay. So when I called his brother at church, and I told him, he's like, okay, all right, no problem. And that was it. And I hear from him until the next morning, but all night, you know, we were calling, and I think we even somebody called Pastor Adams. Somebody called the other churches in Nassau, Pastor Sherman, the other churches to begin to pray. And I even heard that prayers where people were calling abroad to pray for my husband. Because those people in Haiti, when they kidnap you, you do not survive. Whether you get the money or not, they still kill you. You see? And so all night, we prayed all night. I was crying. My poor husband, Lord, please, you can't. I just got my husband, now you want get rid of him? I mean, Lord, please, you know, don't let the people kill my husband. I was all over the church ground. I couldn't give a lift. I wasn't all about whatever. I just was crying for my husband. And so the next morning, when the pastor called, and he called my brother-in-law, and he's like, okay, Paul, they let Paul go. I'm like, what? And he said, he's okay. Whenever you have a chance to talk to my husband, he'll give you all the details of that. But they let him go. And one of the things the kidnappers told him was, brother, let me tell you, don't thank us because we let you go. It's God who let you go. You know? And my husband's like, one thing though, I am here to preach the gospel. He said, so he told him, you continue preaching the gospel because that's what saved you today. You know? And so, even though despite that, my husband was still planning to go to Haiti. In my mind, this man is crazy. To me, that's the cue. I get the message. I got the memo. So hence we stay. But my husband, who takes risks and chances, and I always say something wrong up there, he said, you still planning to go. And we were still going. I trembling all the way. I call myself at times Courage the Cowardly Dog, because everything is getting me frightened, but my husband is just take things head on, and I calm, you know. And so we were still planning to go. I'm like, Lord help me, because I know after what happened, but my husband won't go. Okay. And it was only because I think he got kidnapped that March 31st, I believe, of 2007. It was a Sunday night. And that June, we got a call from Haiti. And they told us that someone had killed his brother. He was in a restaurant with his girlfriend. They came in and shoot him right there. And because of that, we don't know the circumstances. We don't know the situation with his brother and what's going on. And we said, you know what? Maybe this is God closing his door, and this ain't the time for us to be that good. Because we don't know how in Nassau you could say, hi, I know this person, like Brother Wilton, brother in Nassau, you could tell your man what's the safer place, who to deal with, who not to deal with. But in Haiti is much bigger. It's millions of people, and we don't know the people like that. You see what I'm saying? And so we don't know what the situation is with his brother and all the things that is going on. And so my husband was like, you know what? We'll just come back and start a ministry here. And so even while we were here, and I thank God, I say, you know what? A lot of things happened afterwards. I'm like, Lord, you know, after 2007, I would have been a widow. I would not have had my daughter, because she was born 3 years later. That alone is another story, but for another time, ladies, you know, I wouldn't have my daughter. We would not be in the ministry today. So much things would not have happened. But by the grace of God, God allowed those things to happen. And so some of the things I learned in ministry, working in ministry at Ambassador Baptist Church, one of the things that really kept me is Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, which says, be not weary in well-doing. Yes, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. Because a lot of times, I felt like, man, you might as well be in Africa. Because it's like you in the ministry, and it's like, where my people at? Where my people at? Where my friends? Where my Buddha vibes? My ride or die? When I was at Calvary, where am I now? It's like, people, where are you? And you get lonely. You're so used to being in church with everybody, and they're encouraging you. But now you in the ministry and you working it, and it's just me and my husband. So I still looking for that encouragement. No, you know, and it's only one car we have. So we putting all the kids in that one car, and we go and we having the Sunday school for the children, and we have a Bible club on Friday. So we started off as a Bible club, and then it evolved into a church. But it was just me and my husband just doing the work. Even when I was pregnant, I sat in the corner and pour him, just busting the churn in. You know, and it's like, wow, Lord, it's just so tiring. Lord, I don't know how long we could do it. I mean, you give your blood, your sweat, your tears, the money, everything, your time, your treasure, your talent, everything in the ministry. And at times you got weary, you got tired. It's like, Lord, it's tired.
Yep.
You want to give up.
Yep, that's right.
You don't want to continue. But God, during those dark times, God said, do not be weary.
Amen.
And you're doing.
Amen. Amen.
Do not be weary.
That's right.
Another thing I learned in ministry is do not despise the day of small things.
That's right.
In Zechariah 4:10 asked that question, who are despised their small things? God said, do not despise. Yeah, you may be small today. Yes, you may have one or two, because there were times on a Sunday night, it's me, my husband, Pauline, and maybe 2 or 3 persons, and that's it. You working hard, you encouraging people, you going out soul winning. They saying, yeah, I come in. And Sunday morning you pull up, they pretend like they ain't even hearing you, or they passing you straight. You know, you get insulted by them. They talk bad to you. They ignore you, and all these things. You know, and you're like, Lord, you're working so hard, you're doing all these things, you're preaching the gospel, you present it. Don't they see that, hey, this world is going to end? Don't they see that if they die right now, they go into hell? But they don't see that. You know, they don't see that. And so a lot of times, I mean, like, Lord, after all these years, where's the fruits? I mean, are we even being effective? But I had to learn, do not despise that there are small things. Whatever little God give you, you do your best. Amen. Right there. Amen. You know, in your service, and even in your prayer and Bible study, because I learned too that, yeah, when I was in Calvary and I had all my friends with me, it was easier to serve the Lord. But when you're on your own in the ministry, that's when it really matters. You know, what you say you believe, and you was in Calvary, let's see it right now.
Yep.
You say you believe God, let me see that right now. You say that no matter what you ain't gonna turn back, let me put it to the test.
Yep.
And to me, those were the defining moments for me as a Christian in the ministry that, hey, I wasn't serving because of so and so. This is where the buck stopped. And that's where I realized, hey, this is where it really mattered. And I chose to grow to see whether did I really believe what I believed when I was in Calvary. You know? Another thing I learned is, like I said, also is to encourage myself in the Lord. Another thing is to stay humble. Because the Bible says God resisteth the proud, but good grace to the humble. Amen. And I learned that Satan does not tempt you. Yes, he tempts you in the bad times, and you're always on the lookout for him in the bad times. You always on your guard, but not in the good times. Please forget. Yeah. Be on that high, that spiritual mountain, that high. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You on that high, we let our guard down. Yeah. And that's when Satan go.
That's right.
Get us. And I learned, even when we on that high mountain, don't let your guard down. Man. Don't get prideful, because you can get us, man. Satan will really get you. Yeah. And I learned that. And another thing I learned lastly is to remain faithful. That, hey, Mitch, if God didn't give you Pauline, will you continue to serve? Will you continue to serve? If he didn't give me the desires of my heart, will I continue to serve him? Although, and I had to say, you know what, Lord? Yes, Lord. That reminds me of Peter, the Apostle Paul, when Jesus Christ said, when he asked them, will you go? When they say, where we can go? You have the words of life.
That's right.
You know? And so, to me, I thank God. I don't feel, by any stretch of the imagination, I don't feel worthy. God knows it, why he allowed my husband to be called to preach after we got married and not before, because we would not be together, because I don't consider myself no pastoral material, pastor wife material, you know, because I know my history, I know my past, and so I don't feel worthy of it. But God see fit to use me. Why? I do not know, but I am grateful, you know. And so please, y'all, pray for us. It's a lot of work. I thank God for the people that he allowed to be in the church, like Brother Luke said, who he came in the church and he just started playing by ear. He just had a desire to work in the ministry. And the brother just used to play by ear and got little lessons from Sister Deanne. But now he just is rolling piano. I say, I thank God for that. I thank God for my aunt and others who came in the church and they're there to help us. Even Sister Merlene in the back there who come and they serve in the Lord. That's an encouragement that even though we might not have a church filled with 100 or 150, but even with the 10 we have, the 20 we have at times, we thank God for it. You know, so please continue to pray for our church. We have much ways to go, but you know what? I thank God there's no other place I'd rather be than be in the perfect will of God. And I believe that's where I'm at. Thank you for your time.
Amen.